name is Kathy, and today I'll be continuing the discussion on Bach Flower Essences and their practical use. Continuing with the use on ailments, today we'll look at the ailments that these essences can help with, continuing with the letter K and L. But before I do this, I wanted to let you know that because I have a great many videos now on many different topics, that I've decided to create several different video playlists so that it's easier to find the videos of greatest interest. So please check out my playlist page. Kidney conditions. Kidneys are primarily made up of arterial blood vessels, and for this reason, every reaction of the blood vessels affects the kidneys as well. This is especially well known in the case of high blood pressure, which can cause and be caused by kidney problems. There is a definite connection between the kidneys and circulation. When one deteriorates, the other does as well. Kidney conditions that can be caused by a cold are also related to the blood vessels, psychic problems, especially stress and fear, which also increase the blood pressure, that are characterized by increased urine production, are connected to the kidneys. We use the same Bach flower essences for kidney ailments that we use for stress that can overstimulate the kidneys and bladder. Sometimes mental or emotional stress is so strong that we feel we can't stand it. In general, the cause is a severe loss, which is akin to the body losing material through the kidneys. As a rule, the harshest and least bearable loss for humans is the loss of love or attention. Many kidney ailments stem from human conflict. People who are dependent upon attention and recognition are especially susceptible to such ailments. Any Bach flower essence treatment that tries to treat kidney problems without having the goals of reducing stress and restoring inner balance, minimizing our fears, and renewing human relationships. So look at those videos that deal with these subjects to find the appropriate Bach flower essences. Crabapple provides a general boost to kidney function and is effective in purifying the blood, and olive will strengthen the heart. Liver conditions. Bach flower essences are geared towards treating psychic symptoms, but because of the connection between body and spirit, they also have effects on the body. To treat ourselves properly, we should ask what purpose the illness is trying to achieve and what psychic equivalent a physical illness might have. The most common emotional causes of liver ailments are negative emotions, such as jealousy, greed, and stress. For liver conditions due to humiliation, use heather and willow. The liver has a certain connection to pride. Humiliation will trigger an intense counter-reaction, which consists primarily of infection or inflammation. This combination limits the craving for recognition and the tendency to take offense too easily. For liver conditions with irritability due to anger, rage, or envy, use holly. When we're forced to deal with something we cannot cope with or digest, we can seethe with rage. The liver and gallbladder system is geared to digest heavy loads. When it's not successful, the result can be swelling, blockage, or irritation. The situation is similar with jealousy and greed. They correspond to a kind of psychic binge eating and can result in hyperactivity in the liver and gallbladder system and produce the same blockages, infections, or stones. In unfavorable cases, a bile color or jaundice in the blood can develop so that, as the saying goes, we become green with envy or anger. Holly is the basic essence for treating all kinds of negative emotions. For liver conditions that are due to being in a constant rush, use impatience. Being in a constant rush leads to excessive activity in the liver and gallbladder system and can result in tension, blockages, and infections. Impatience can prevent these effects by making us calmer and more patient. For liver conditions with depression, use mustard. Liver and gallbladder ailments often trigger sad or depressive moods. Mustard can help reduce these depressive moods. For liver conditions with exhaustion, use olive and wild rose. Liver ailments often cause abnormal fatigue, especially after eating. This combination gives us strength and minimizes the tendency to hang around aimlessly. For liver conditions due to resentment and bitterness, use willow. Bitterness poisons our mood and the body as well, including the liver and gallbladder. Bile is decidedly bitter. For liver conditions due to stress, use elm, hornbeam, oak, and vervain. Heavy food and indigestible psychic fodder can cause stress and damage to the liver. Most liver and gallbladder problems are stress-related. Use elm when functioning at our peak, for too long puts us in danger of total breakdown. Use hornbeam when we do not feel up to the challenges and blows of daily life. Use oak when we work grimly and thoughtlessly against ourselves. Use vervain when we're too active and stressed. Loneliness, loner, contact problems. Loneliness is caused by a lack of contact with living things, people, animals, or plants. The need can be very diverse. Introverted individuals seek only a few people to talk to, while extroverts need many. And while one person perhaps needs only the company of his dog, another requires a whole community or circle of friends. Loneliness is less a question of the potential for contact than of the consequences of not being able to initiate and maintain contact with others. Even in society, people can feel isolated and cast out because they cannot close the gap that separates them from those around them. When we are lonely, we should try to become acquainted with ourselves instead of merely feeling sorry for ourselves. Only when we understand ourselves can we begin to understand others and exchange thoughts and feelings with them. For loneliness that's due to a lack of openness, use agrimony. When we do not dare show ourselves as we actually are, and instead present only an artificial facade, we cannot have any true contact with other people. Despite superficial relationships, we become lonely and unhappy. Agrimony makes us more honest and natural, and is often combined with water violet. For loneliness that's due to craving for emotional relationships, use chicory. An excessive craving for emotional relationships has a repellent effect because it can be restrictive and confining and drives away the very people to whom we want to be close. For loneliness due to an excessive need for cleanliness, use crabapple. Life is not a clean undertaking. Fanatical cleanliness can get on people's nerves and cause them to withdraw from us. For loneliness that's due to vanity, use heather. Pathological vanity or pompous behavior repels other people, and the result is that we are lonely. For loneliness due to distrust, use holly. When we do not trust others, we put them out of our lives and grow lonely. For loneliness that's due to sadness, use honeysuckle. When we mourn or miss anything that is past or lost, we are cut off from the present, where life is happening, and grow lonely. For loneliness due to impatience, use impatience. Haste or impatience can make us lonely by disrupting our relationships with those slower than we are. For loneliness due to fear, use mimulus. Anxious people become lonely very easily because they try to distance themselves from risky life or dangerous people. Mimulus gives us the courage to put out our feelers again. For loneliness that's due to moodiness, use mustard. Bad moods and depression make us antisocial and repel other people. For loneliness that's due to exhaustion, use olive. Exhaustion restricts our ability to make and maintain contact with other people. For loneliness that's due to guilt feelings, use pine. Guilt feelings limit our human relationships, which makes us feel cast out and alone. For loneliness with total desperation, use sweet chestnut. For loneliness that's due to the need to be alone or the need for distance, use water violet. For loneliness caused by ambition, use oak and water violet. When we believe that we know everything and will listen to no one else's opinion, we need vine. I have a great many videos now on many different topics, and so I've decided to make several different video playlists so that it's easy to find the videos of greatest interest. So please check out my playlist page. Well, that's it for now. To stay up to date with my latest videos, make sure to subscribe to this free YouTube channel by clicking the red subscribe button right below this video. Take care.